Diogenes. The Unconventional Philosopher's top quotes that will make you think. I am looking for a human. He has the most who is content with the least. I am a citizen of the world, cosmopolites. Poverty is the mother of crime. Dogs and philosophers do the greatest good and get the fewest rewards. A friend is one soul abiding in two bodies. As a matter of self-preservation, a man needs good friends or ardent enemies, for the former instruct him and the latter take him to task. The sun too penetrates into privies, but is not polluted by them. Wise kings generally have wise counselors, and he must be a wise man himself who is capable of distinguishing one. I threw my cup away when I saw a child drinking from his hands at the trough. The foundation of every state is the education of its youth. To be a teacher of others, one should not regard himself as the only possessor of knowledge. In a rich man's house there is no place to spit but his face. Blushing is the color of virtue. The mob is the mother of tyrants. The great thieves are the treasury officials. Society is well governed when its people obey the magistrates, and the magistrates obey the law. Man is the most intelligent of the animals, and the most silly. The foundation of every state is the education of its youth. People have the most trouble with themselves. It is not that I am mad, it is only that my head is different from yours. Dogs and philosophers do the greatest good and get the fewest rewards. The most beautiful thing in the world is, of course, the world itself. If I could have been anything other than what I was, I would have been a useful man. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Other dogs bite only their enemies, whereas I bite also my friends in order to save them. The art of being a slave is to rule one's master. We have 2 ears and 1 tongue so that we would listen more and talk less. If you wish to be a philosopher, undertake first to destroy the prejudice which clings to you from your earliest years. The only way to get rid of your past is to make a future out of it. Of what use is a philosopher who doesn't hurt anybody's feelings? He has the most who is most content with the least. The finest clothing made is a person's own skin, but, of course, society demands something more than this. The sun too penetrates into privies, but is not polluted by them. It is a royal privilege to do good and be ill spoken of. When I look upon seamen, men of science and philosophers, man is the wisest of all beings. When I look upon priests and prophets, nothing is as contemptible as man. To be a teacher of others, one needs to learn himself. While we are asleep, we are alive in another world. Riches do not consist in the possession of treasures, but in the use made of them. If I had not been Alexander, I would have liked to have been Diogenes.